they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the New York Giants and the Atlanta Falcons. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M. It's Ryan Tannehill.
I think one of the things I like is that he understands what his receivers are looking for downfield. He played that position at Texas A&M before becoming the starting quarterback. So a lot of times when he's in the pocket looking downfield, he's actually running the routes with the receivers as he remembers them.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To Ware on the draw. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tank McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Look at me. Door. Hey. High 7. 2.
Throwing on 1st down. Mitch. And a quick throw here. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quicker. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Check 59, Mike. Ready?
Operating from the gun. Mitchell eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Looking to throw. Mitchell, and it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. And partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscores. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
On 2nd down, it's Ware. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Tack McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either way.
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
70, Indy. Leo.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. It's a give to Freeman running right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running right, this is Freeman. This just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mitchell firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
50, plant. 50, go out. They're running it. 25, check 25. Hard, now.
Back to the running game. It's Freeman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
5. Let's go.
Here's Mitchell throwing on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. This is caught, and he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Look, squeeze. Hey, let's go.
Mitchell operating from the gun. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Looking to throw. Mitchell under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Nick Vigil. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, wahoo!
Now Mitchell from the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to go down again. The sack is by Janoris Jenkins coming in off the corner.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Now Jason Sanders for the field goal try. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Off play action, Tannehill. Oh, a heavy rush, and down he goes. Keanu Neal with a safety blitz for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tack McKinley getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Taken right around the 44. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Hey, lock it. 30 base. Check. Get it.
To throw is Mitchell on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, good for a first down for the Falcons. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go, tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. From the gun, Mitchell. That's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Scott Miller there to make the grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on second and long. Tannehill. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On third down, this is where. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. Not only does he not have a catch, I don't think he's been targeted in this game, but they're winning.
And if you ask a receiver of his magnitude, he'll tell you that it's because everyone is focused on him anyway. Okay, you've taken it away. No catches, no targets, but we're still winning. I've opened things up for the rest of my team. I know how receivers think.
They've been using him as a decoy, and effectively so.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin our tour out at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. And it's the Patriots leading that one in the second quarter. Jacoby Brissett has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, it's up to New Era Field in Orchard Park to check on the Bills. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Josh Rosen has a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. In that game, level, as they take on the visiting Indianapolis Colts.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They run. Devontae Freeman. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 12 yards there and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch, maybe you move some motion, maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Completion, left side to Miller. Touchdown, Falcons! Scott Miller. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Falcons push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On the ground, this is Ware. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running on first down with Ware. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a big-time play there for the G-Man. 53 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game. And
he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 15 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Rosas good with the extra point, and that slices the lead down to 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Nick Vigil.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football, and at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. It's complete to Golden Tate. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate, 37 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
You got tight. You got tight. Roll out. Let's go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman.
Kill.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mitchell now from the gun on 3rd down. Very quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Go.
Now a give right side. Freeman. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
50, plant. Rock it.
Freeman again. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. It's Freeman. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Mitchell, and he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Defense.
To give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're in, now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You got nothing. 59. Look at me. Zipper. 59. Come on, dude.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeForest Buckner. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey.
Looking to throw. Mitchell. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Mitchell throwing on 4th down. And Jones has it over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Party got it like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Exit. Snap.
He's back to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And they work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back to throw.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. For the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. New York set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They run again with Ware. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now, one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come.